Children need to learn the value of money. Now, how we teach that to children can vary over their developmental stages. Certainly, when we take a child to the dollar store at 4 or 5 years old and say, here, you can have $2 to buy something at the dollar store. And they can go through and kind of say, oh, I can only buy this or I can only buy that. You can buy one thing. And then we're allowing them to purchase that. We can allow them to go and give the actual cash to the person who's the cashier and then have their prize, that whatever they bought. So in that way, we're teaching the value of money. But we also want to teach children the value of saving money. We want to teach children the value of giving. All of those things are important. And we also want children to learn how to earn money. So as they get older, we look for ways to do that. Sometimes parents will ask the question, what about allowance? Should we give allowance to children? And so let's talk about that. I think that there are benefits to living in your family. And one of the benefits to living in your family might be that a child gets allowance, and that allowance is money that they can then manage. Now, there are certain benefits that happen in your family just because they're part of your family. And so that may be an allowance. But there are also responsibilities as part of your family. So those are things like you need to take care of your personal chores, your own self-care kinds of things, that you clean up your messes and you keep your room clean. That's self-care that we don't pay children for those things. You do those things because that's part of living in a family. And it's also true that we give you an allowance. So we can do that if we want. Or we might not tie money at all to this whole concept. There are things you do in this family because you're part of this family. And you may sometimes have an allowance, or you might have children earn money. And as they get older, you're not just going to give them money. You're going to say, okay, I have things available for you to do that are above and beyond your normal chores that you do that I'd like to provide for you so you could earn some money if you'd like. And so we could pay children to do certain things that are above and beyond their normal chores. Now, I don't think children should just do self-care chores. I think they should have contribution chores that they're not paid for, like vacuuming the floors or helping to do the dishes. Those are things we contribute to in family life. But there are ways that we can have children earn money. So you might start with an allowance, or you might give children an allowance for a while, but you're going to move to this idea of earning money, because earning money is important. And then children need to do three things with their money. They want to be able to save money, they want to be able to give money, and they want to be able to spend money. And most children need some help in this regard. Some parents use an envelope system where you get for every dollar you get, you put 20% in for, or 20 cents in for giving to the church, 20 cents in for giving to the missionaries or something, and you get to put 20 cents into savings of some kind for some future thing you want to do, and then you can live on the other 40 cents or something like that. In other words, what we're teaching children is that they live within their means, and not all the money they receive is the money they get to spend. They're learning how to be a steward of their finances early on. I think what we're teaching them is the principle for 1 Timothy 6:10, which says, for the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. And we see that with children, even when they're starting out. Some people eager for money have wandered from the faith and pierced themselves with many griefs. That's what it says. So we want to be careful. Money can lead children astray. So early on, we want to teach them the value of money, and we want to teach them how to use money. And how you do that may change over time, and you may decide to make some adjustments because your children are growing. You just need to change it up a little bit. And so you adjust the way you handle certain things with them. So look for ways to teach children the value of money and then how to use it in a God-honoring way. And you'll set them on a pattern that will help them for the rest of their lives.